But also later on, I have Michelle coming on with me as well, Michelle Snyder, who always has these unique, fresh takes on how to invest in this market. So stay with us. All right, so the stock market's defied all the odds and all the experts this year, but many say there are too many known risks and too many unknown outcomes to be this excited. Joining me now, Market Gauge Managing Director Michelle Snyder. All right, Michelle, so we got the S&P 500. We can see where it has struggled. Right in the shadows of 4,200, you can see with these arrows, it used to be staunch support, now it's resistance. And it does set up a pullback that you think it could be driven by a number of sparks. What are you concerned about here?
Well, mainly I'm concerned about the type of headlines we're seeing over the weekend, like, for example, just looking at from a geopolitical standpoint, tensions with China. Putin certainly seems like he's awfully quiet, but getting ready to attack even more, so the press says. Then we have obviously weather issues, like what happened with the earthquake, the unfortunate incident in Turkey and Syria. And then we also just have generally right now a lot of unknowns about what's going to happen in terms of social unrest. And food prices have come down a little bit, but they're still very elevated. So these are the concerns. But you have to look at what the market's doing, Charles. And right now it's following beautifully cycles. It held an 6 to 8 year cycle at the lows in October, and it's going right to a 2-year cycle here at the top. We get through there. You could basically say, let's just follow what's going on in the price. Things are better than what we can assume. And that 2-year cycle would mean the soft landing, recession averted, and we're going to go into some kind of a growth period for however long it lasts. So I've got both mindsets here. Okay, so,
but I know that you always kind of filter at least your caution through this old adage of don't fight the Fed. I thought one of the ironic things, though, is like there's another old adage that says don't fight the trends, and they've been in conflict with each other. So when do you think you'll get we got like a gazillion Fed officials speaking this week. Do you feel like we'll have a better idea of what Powell meant last Wednesday?
No, not really, because I think he was pretty clear, actually. He said that we'll raise some more. We'll look at the data points. We think that right now we're on a road to a soft landing, and essentially, unless inflation gets out of control, we're going to keep the course and possibly pause. So what more could he say? That's exactly what he should say. So
yeah, no, listen, I actually took it that he believes he can engineer a soft landing, and I really believe now, Michelle, that he's always thought in his mind he could do a soft landing, but he never had the confidence. To me, the key last Wednesday was Powell had the confidence to say out loud what he probably wanted to say from the very beginning. But how could the guy who missed transitory make such a grandiose statement from the beginning? So in this environment, though, I read that you're still adding the gold, though.
Well, yes, because regardless of the scenario, even if, let's say, we avoided a recession and we go into some growth period, the gold, that will still be good for the gold. And one of the things I heard Kathy say was that with double-digit inflation, people will run to Bitcoin. Well, that may or may not be true, but we're certainly not seeing that proven out yet. So right now, gold is still the hard asset, and we've seen a tremendous amount of buying by countries. We're seeing oil being priced in terms of gold out of Russia. I still think technically any opportunity to buy it here on a dip still makes sense unless it, say, breaks $17.80 an ounce.
All right. Well, let's leave it there, Michelle. It's always fantastic to have you on the show. Thank you very much. And, folks, we'll be right back.